What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Joey Work, and I'm back. Happy Friday to everybody. I'm going to give you my best bets and leans for the entire card for tonight. That is Friday, September 24th. Last time you guys saw me was Tuesday night for a game Wednesday, and I gave you out Twins full game money line for Wednesday's game. That was a winner, making my YouTube best bet record 63, 37, and 4. But as I always say, grind continues, and we're going to get into this card. I got a couple. I'll probably give out 3 best bets on this show. You have to watch this show as I go through each game, and I'll give you my best bets and leans. And then, depending on how they go, we'll add them to my record, win or lose. But as you guys know, I'm fully transparent here. Wins or losses, don't hide from the losses, don't hide from the wins. And it's a slow grind in MLB. Doing this every single day, one unit at a time. I bet on every single game. So slow grind, and we'll win long term. This month, I'm up. What am I up on the spreadsheet? I'm up like almost 20 units in September. We're going to call it Work-tember from now on. I'm up 21 units to date this year. That's starting in August. So 16 units in Work-tember on the MLB officially tracked Rump Your Bet spreadsheet. Again, we'll go through every game starting from the top. Obviously, you missed the first game because one of the games went off already, but I had no look on that one anyway, so you didn't miss anything. But let's get right into it. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Tyler's already in the chat. My guy, B-Rad Malibu, always here. Doesn't miss a show. You are appreciated as well, B-Rad. All right, so first game, it is looking like – what do we got for first game here? Texas, Baltimore, Drew Anderson versus Alexander Wells. I'm seeing the line at Texas minus 105. You can get minus 105 on both sides at William Hill / Caesars. So minus 105 on both sides. Basically a pick'em game here, minus 110 on each side. Depending on your book, obviously shop around. Caesars has only 5-cent VIG. So obviously if you're interested in this game, I would lay it at Caesars. Everywhere else you're paying 10-cent VIG. With that said, Drew Anderson going for Texas. I mean, he's basically – he hasn't really been fully stretched out in the majors. He has pitched a lot in the minors this year and pitched decent, and he was a starter in the minors. Now it's like he's pitched 5 innings, 1 start. Every other appearance has been 3 innings or less. So I don't expect him to pitch that long. Again, he gets an Orioles team. Both these teams stink. The Orioles did win yesterday. They are playing in Camden Yards, so hitter-friendly place here. 9.5 is the total. And Alexander Wells, the lefty, going for the Orioles. The Rangers are not very good versus lefties, but Alexander Wells has really struggled, especially his last 2 starts. He's given up 10 earned runs in 9 innings. Start before that, he gave up 2 earned runs in 4 innings. The guy really, he hasn't pitched more than 5 innings, and I don't expect him to pitch that long either. So essentially almost a bullpen game for both teams. I do expect runs to be scored. So nothing official in this game, but the lean would be full game over 9.5. Yago, this guy's good at his job. Appreciate you, Yago, my guy. Sox, Bulls, Bears, that's my guy as well. Jason Cornell in the house. Giants need to cash my 45-1 to win the NL West. Wow, awesome ticket there, Jason. Congrats, good luck. I'll definitely be rooting for you there. All right, next game we got is Pittsburgh versus Philly. Miguel Yajur versus Kyle Gibson. Gibson has pitched pretty damn good as of late, but Philly minus 240 favorites in this game. No, thank you. I was having a conversation with one of our Run Pure Bets subscribers. Obviously, this is the advantage of being a Run Pure Bets subscriber. You have full access to me in the Discord. So someone messaged me in the Discord and said, hey, man, Philly should never be minus 200 favorites. So I said, no shit. It's just like the Mets. There's a lot of teams that are in that range that they should never be that big of a favorite. And here they are again. DraftKings has a minus 240 comeback on the Pirates. You can get plus 195, plus 200 at Sugar House. Craziness. With that said, I want no part of the Phillies. Their bullpen is so bad. If you're going to take the Phillies in this game, you take them first 5. As I always say, Phillies bullpen is so bad. And, Gibson has got hit hard as of late. He gave up 7 earned runs his last 11 innings. And then even going back to 2 starts before that, 3 earned runs, 8 earned runs in 5 innings. So he's given up runs as of late. Teams have seen him a decent amount this year. Doesn't really, has still strikeout numbers are somewhat up, but still, I mean, the guy's ERA is almost at 5 now. He started so good. Now he's got hit around in the second half since they limited the sticky stuff, and his ERA is at close to 5. So With that said, I definitely don't want the Pirates, but I'm not totally against taking the Pirates team total. Probably get that number at about 3.5 there. I do think the Phillies probably score some runs as well. Yajur, really, he pitched good in 2020. Now, since back this year, he's only had 2 starts this year. 5 innings against San Francisco, 1 hit, and then 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs against Detroit, giving up 2 homers. So he's pitched good very good in the minors as well. Just, unexpected what you're going to get out of him. Maybe, if you're interested in the Pirates, you take the Pirates, get 1 run. DraftKings has +1 on the first 5. Not totally against that as well. This is a personal pass for me, but it's dog or pass on this game. I have no interest in backing the Phillies at this high of a number. All right, next game we got is Yankees Red Sox. Huge game. Obviously, there's only 9 games left for most of these teams in baseball. 9 games left of the regular season. So Pirates got 9 games left of the season. Texas has 9 games left. The Orioles have 9 games left. More than likely, the Phillies only have 9 games left. They got to win every single game if they really want a chance to win this division. Obviously, I'm rooting against them because we do have the Atlanta Braves +350 on the spreadsheet to win the NL East. So Yankees Red Sox, huge series for both teams. More so the Yankees. I think the Yankees are 1 game behind the Red Sox in the first wild card. That would just be who hosts the wild card game, because these 2 teams, as of right now, would face each other in the wild card game. So who would host the home game really depends on this series, because the Yankees, after this, they play Toronto and then Tampa Bay to close out the season. So they play the 3 heavy hitters. At the time, Tampa Bay may not have anything to play for because they're already locked into that division spot. With that said, do they want to give any games to the Yankees? Probably not. But Toronto, Toronto's 1 game back now. The Yankees, huge, close, very close race here. More than likely 3 teams. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that 3 teams from this division are getting in. So just what 3? Definitely the Rays have already clinched a spot. Just what are the other 2 out of the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox? Huge game here. Garrett Cole, Nathan Eovaldi. Short price for Mr. Cole, -120. I know he did get hit hard his last start, but I mean, this is, nobody better in this situation. I clearly Yankee fan with my Yankee hat on. I probably am a little biased here, so I don't have a bet on this game. I'm going to root for the Yankees as a fan. No bet here, but at -120, I am definitely somewhat interested in the Yankees. They get to see Nathan Eovaldi, who used to pitch for them. They've seen a lot of him, and they have pretty good numbers versus him as well. So on the opposite end, Mr. Cole, obviously, as I just mentioned, I think he gave up 7 earned runs his last start. Struggled, but this is big game Cole. This is why they brought him here. They need him for this game, and this is where it's at. He's pitched against this Red Sox team. They have 206 at bats versus him, batting .227 x batting average, .304 x weighted on base percentage. And Eovaldi, the Yankees have seen him 230 times, striking him out 22% of the time. They bat .299 x weighted on base percentage, .262 x batting average, almost a .400 slugging percentage. So the numbers are equal on both ends. It's just you take the home team in the Red Sox or the away team in the Yankees. It's a really tough game. Personally, I'm off, but slight lean towards the New York Yankees and Mr. Cole. Next game we got is, what do we got? White Sox versus Indians. Are they playing a doubleheader? I'm almost positive they're playing a doubleheader. They're not. Okay, they played a doubleheader yesterday. White Sox and Indians. Dylan Cease versus Mr. Shane Bieber. The believer is back. He's activated off the 60-day DL. I don't know if he pitched. Oh, he did. He pitched 2 games in the minors to warm him up for this start. 2 1/3. His 2 2/3 his first start, 1 earned run. Second start, 3 1/3, 3 earned runs, and gave up 2 homers. Now they're like, okay, you're ready, buddy. He only pitched six total innings in the minors and said 2 starts and said you're ready, and he gave up 4 earned runs in those 6 innings. So, tough one here. I definitely, I see the line is, what do we got? Indians +100. I think that's fair. I do think that's fair because Bieber hasn't pitched in a long time. I really don't trust Bieber. I don't think he's going to pitch long. Probably about 4 innings, 5 at the max. And then they go to the bullpen. Cleveland's bullpen's pretty good, but still, you see 6 innings of a bullpen on the road, so they're going to pitch 6 innings. Ugh, no thank you. I know the White Sox did just clinch. They probably celebrated a little bit last night, so expect them to come out a little flat as well. slight lean towards the White Sox, but definitely not enough to put any money on it. So this is just a straight pass for me. I do like what I've seen from Dylan Cease lately, but just not interested in this game. A lot of other spots I do like. Jason Cornell, I think in your MLB preseason show on your guest, you or one of your guests had Giants as a dark horse, so I bet it. Yep, I remember that one, the preseason. I did that with my guy Noli Knowles, and he said, last year he did bet the under in 2020 short season. He bet the under in the Giants. He said he's absolutely not doing that this year. He liked them, so yeah, great. That's awesome stuff, Jason. Next game, Kansas City, Detroit. Carlos Hernandez versus Casey Mize. You guys know me. I love Carlos Hernandez. The guy's a beast. He doesn't strike out many people, but his deception works, and he's been pitching really, really good. 3.90 ERA this year, and he's pitched really good. And then Casey Mize on the opposite end has pitched pretty damn good as well. This Royals team was hot. They did have stumbled in the last 10 games, but they were hot. And Detroit has limited Casey Mize's innings because, he's young. They got none to play for, so they have started to limit his innings. His last 3 starts, he's only pitched a total of 8 innings. So he's probably going to pitch another 2 innings. They'll hand it over to Jose Urena, who sucks donkey dick, and probably gets hit. So with that said, I am interested in the Kansas City Royals. Cheap price. It will be full game money line here because, as I mentioned, you only get 3 out of Mize and then the whole Detroit bullpen. I know the bullpen's not terrible, but 7 innings of bullpen again on the road. 6 innings of a bullpen. I'm not interested in that team. So hard lean towards the Kansas City Royals in this game. Not going to make it official, but hard lean towards the Kansas City Royals. Next game we got is, we're rolling here, Washington, Cincinnati, Paulo Espino versus Sonny Gray. Line we have is Washington plus 150, the Reds minus 160, all the way up to minus 175 in places. Pretty sure Washington won yesterday. Now they're back here. Paulo Espino has pitched actually pretty decent as of late. He doesn't, if you watch him, he doesn't pass the eye test. Not very good on the eye test, but he continues to get the job done, and credit to him. He struck out 7 his last start. No earned runs versus Colorado. Obviously, at home, Colorado stinks on the road, but it is what it is. Still pitched pretty good. He even started before that. At home versus Miami, 6 innings, 1 earned run. So he has pitched much better as of late, lowering his ERA to 3.94. And let's check his BVP versus this team. He's pitched again, only 7 at bats, so no really BVP. Sonny Gray on the other side, pitches pretty good. This is, the Reds, if they want to stay in contention, obviously the Cardinals have almost ran away with this second wild card spot. I think they're 4 games up as of right now. But if the Reds want any part of it, they got to win every game from now on. And, the heat's really on their back. So they did put a decent lineup out there today, but, they still got some injuries. And Sonny Gray, hit or miss, doesn't have overpowering stuff, does it with deception, got to swing outside the zone. He should have some success here. Over set at 8.5, but they are playing in the Great American Small Park. So it's dog or pass again for me. I don't have any, I'm not really high in this game, so this is just probably a pass for me. Next game, Miami, Tampa Bay. Edward Cabrera getting his, 5th start since he's got called up versus Ryan Yarbrough. He'll be the primary. More than likely, there'll be a guy that pitches the first inning or second inning. They'll bring in Yarbrough. I know Yarbrough was a starter last year, somewhat of this year. Now they've slowly put in an opener for him, and it's actually worked out better for this Tampa Bay team. And Cabrera finally pitched good his last start, I guess. 4 innings, 5 hit, 3 runs, but they were all unearned. Every other start, man, he's given up 2 earned run, 4 earned run, 3 earned run, 3 earned run, and he's only pitched over 4 innings, 1 start. So his strikeouts, he's been walking people. His strikeouts haven't came over from the minors. This guy was a big, high strikeout guy in the minors. Since coming up to the majors, hasn't really translated as of yet. I do think Tampa Bay probably wins this game. Minus 270, I'm seeing for Tampa Bay. Minus 263 is the lowest I'm seeing at Caesars William Hill. No, thank you. This is just a straight pass. I think Tampa Bay wins, probably by margin, but I want no part of it. Definitely a pitcher-friendly park as well. Next game we got is St. Louis versus Chicago. This should be, I think this is game 2 of the doubleheader. Looking like Dakota Hudson versus Zach Davies. Another, St. Louis needs to win every single game that they can win. to solve that or clinch that second wild card spot. I think they do clinch the spot. It's just when, and the way they've been playing, they won a lot of games in a row. I think they might have lost the early game today. I will just double check. Yep. The Cardinals came back and won. Or the Cardinals won the game 8-5 Cardinals. So, man, this team is rolling, and I expect them to go out there and try to win the 7-inning game versus a shitty Cubs team as well. Minus 180 is probably about fair. Dakota Hudson, is this his first start since Tommy John? Yeah, activated off the 60-day DL. Yeah, this will be his first start in the majors since being activated. He pitched really good in the minors leading up to this, 1.80 ERA in 5 starts. So, I do expect good stuff from him. I'm just not sure how long he will pitch. Zach Davies on the other end has been booty cheeks as of late. Actually, all year has been booty cheeks, almost a 6 ERA. With that said, it's St. Louis or pass, minus 180. No, thank you. 7-inning game. I would not lay the run and a half. So, again, this is just a pass spot. Now we're going to Milwaukee. This will be my first official play. Milwaukee versus the New York Mets. Tyler McGill versus Eric Lauer. So, my play on this game will be my play on this game will be Milwaukee first 5. I gave it out last night to our Run Pure Bet subscribers. Milwaukee first 5, lay the half run, minus 105 via BetMGM. Money definitely came in on that Milwaukee team, so I expect the line to move a little bit. But still, I'm still good with it. Trevor Lauer has been great, and this Mets team is in the bottom 5 in scoring versus lefties still. They really struggle versus lefties, and obviously they get a park upgrade here in Milwaukee rather than the great confines of Citi Field. But with that said, man, I can't trust this Mets team to score some runs. Lauer has pitched so good as of late, and the Brewers just got swept, a 4-game sweep against this Cardinals team that I was just speaking about. So, and they were at home. They're staying here for this game. Mets traveling in, and Mr. McGill, who I get told is my Dopenhanger or Dopelanger, whatever the hell you say that word. He looks like me, I get told. He has given up a lot of runs as of late. It's going back to his last 5 starts, 7 earned through 3 1/3, 2 earned through 5, 4 earned through 6, 2 earned through 7, 6 earned through 3. So, this guy has been getting hit hard in almost all of his recent starts. No matter what team he's playing against, he's been getting hit hard. And now he's going against, a pretty good Milwaukee team who struggled as of late. They haven't clinched the division yet, so this is a game that they want to win, and I expect them first game of the series. They're going to probably, go get after this one early, and I expect them to score some runs. So my play will be Milwaukee first 5, late a half run. That'll be my first official play here. Milwaukee Brewers first 5, minus a half via BetMGM, and that's minus 105. Okay. Next game we got is Toronto versus the Twins, another game I have a play on, and my play will be Toronto first 5, minus a half run via BetMGM as well, minus 110. Jose Berrios versus Bailey Ober. Ober sucks. If you watch him, he's struggled at times. He struggled a lot, but really, this is his first, I want to say this is his first full year in the majors. And this Toronto team needs to win games. They're 1 game out of the playoffs. Every game really matters for them. 9 games left. Every game is huge for them. They haven't seen much of Mr. Ober, but do have a 481 weighted on base percentage versus him. I think that was only 1 start they faced him. But 1 start, and it was his last start. So 6 days ago, they went against Bailey Ober in Toronto. So a little different location, but 4 innings, 4 earned runs. He gave up 2 homers in that game. I expect something to happen again. I expect Toronto to jump on the board early and probably just run away with this one. Berrios, big game pitcher. This is a big game for him. I expect him to pitch good in this big game. I don't see a lineup out for Toronto yet. No lineup, but Berrios has pitched really good as of late. This guy, he's good for a quality start almost every single start. You know what you're going to get out of him. 3.3 ERA. He strikes out, almost a guy per inning, barely walks anybody. So you know what you're going to get from Jose Berrios. I am thinking that Gurriel will be out of the lineup. He did play left field last night. Grichuk got a ball off the wall, threw it in, and accidentally stepped on his hand. And I want to say it was his throwing hand. So he did get taken out of the game last night. So I don't expect him in the lineup. So that would probably help the line. But either way, you can still get Toronto first 5, late a half run, -110. And I'm very content with that. So that'll be my second official play on this video. Next game got is San Francisco Giants, Colorado Rockies, Alex Wood versus Peter Lampert. Line here we have is Giants -200, Rockies on the comeback +170, 175 in spots. Lampert finally coming up to the big leagues. Finally coming back to the big leagues, let me say. I'm pretty sure he pitched a couple starts this year. And he's been pretty good. Isaac Paglialungua. All right, Isaac, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, so this will be his first start in the majors this year. He did pitch in the majors in 2019. I'm pretty sure he sat out all of 2020 during the short season. He pitched in the minors this year, but he hasn't pitched more than 3 innings in any of his minor league starts. He has pitched good, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't pitched more than 3 innings, and he hasn't pitched in Coors Field yet this year. So it's a little scary. You know, Coors Field against this San Francisco Giants team, still fighting for the division. I think they're 1 game up on the division, so every game matters for them as well. Alex Wood is just not really a guy I want to put my money on, especially 2-1 favorite. So I wouldn't be totally against you taking Colorado. Maybe Colorado team total over. I know the line is very high. We get the total is 12 runs, so their team total has got to be at least 4.5, 5. So essentially, this is just a pass for me, a dog or pass. But I'm not really interested in this game. Next game we got is Seattle, LA. No official lineups. Logan Gilbert versus Jose Suarez. Suarez is a guy I really like. Excuse me. And you know Seattle, really bad versus lefties. Seattle has been bad versus lefties all year, has been bad versus lefties last year. And if you learned anything, I said this multiple times, you know, there's some teams you got to fade versus lefties, even if you'll do the first 5, the full game, blah, blah, blah. You got to fade them. In this spot, I will be fading the Seattle Mariners. I know the Seattle Mariners have won how many games in a row? 5 games in a row. They just swept the Oakland Athletics. And sometimes you say, oh, you know, don't go against the streaks, blah, blah, blah. Normally, I am like that. You know, they won, they won 5 games in a row. 5 games really isn't that crazy of a streak. Also, listen to this. They're on a road trip here. They played in Kansas City, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Kansas City. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they played in Oakland. Now they're in LA. I know not crazy travel, but now they're into LA. So this is game number 8 of a road trip. And they got a 3-game set in LA. Had no off days in between any of these games. So this is a spot bet for me. Okay. Angels stayed home. They played last night. They beat Houston last night. Looked pretty good in that game. Obviously, you know, their offense has stuttered as of late. But with that said, Logan Gilbert, you know, has pitched pretty good. But he has been very susceptible on the road. And again, this game is on the road. A lot of runs have been scored in this Angels Park this whole year. And I just think this is a spot. Jose Suarez has been really good. The lefty striking out this Mariners team almost 24% of the time. They have a 252 X batting average versus him. And, you know, the Angels don't really have much BVP versus Mr. Gilbert. This is truly his first year. So I do expect a low-scoring affair in which I think the Angels probably win the game. So another play here. This will be my third and last official play on this YouTube video. It'll be LA Angels money line. You could get that at +115 via William Hill Caesars. LA Angels money line +115. I'm going to go full game here too because I think what's his name can have a good start. Mr. Gilbert can have a good start. And the Seattle Mariners bullpen has been used a lot as of late. Again, as I mentioned, this is game number 8 on an 11-game road trip. No game, no off days. So they should be a little tired here. And this is a great spot. So I'm taking the Angels here. Yellow Hammer, my guy. Appreciate you, B-Rad. Thanks for taking time to drop your knowledge on us. Appreciate you, my man. Jason Cornell. It's kind of cool weather here in Colorado. Oh, good to hear, Jason. Cool weather in Colorado. All right, so we got 3 more games left. We're going to 2 games left. Houston versus Oakland. Brandon Belak versus Frankie Montas. As I mentioned, Houston played in LA late last night, traveling to Oakland. Not a crazy travel. And Oakland was at home versus Seattle, so no travel for Oakland. Oakland is now 2 games behind Seattle in this wild card race. Who would have thought? They're essentially almost, unless they go 9-0, they're essentially, season has been finished. Unfortunately, the Oakland Athletics more than likely not going to make the playoffs, and it's not looking good for them, unfortunately. So they need to win every game as much as they can. They're going to go balls to the walls. I expect them to go balls to the walls these last 3 series. Houston has already, I want to say they have already clinched the division. If not, they're 1 or 2 games away from clinching the division. So I expect them to start resting people, not throwing their best relievers. They really don't have much to play for here. With that said, Brandon Belak, I don't expect him to pitch long either. This is Oakland or pass for me, Frankie. Now, Montas, my guy. I'm a big Frankie Montas guy. I know he struggled to start the year, but has pitched much, much better as of late. And Belak will pitch 2 1/3, 3 innings. He's not going to pitch more than 3 innings here. Then essentially probably be a bullpen game for Houston. So I do expect Oakland to score some runs. Again, Houston traveling, Oakland at home. Another good spot for Oakland. No official play here, but lean is definitely with Oakland Athletics and Mr. Frankie Montas. All right, going to Arizona. LA Dodgers versus Arizona. Tony Gonsolin versus Hector Castellanos. Castellanos has pitched really good as of late. I'm pretty sure this is the first time this is the first time this Dodgers team has really seen him. They only have 4 total at bats, so no BVP. And Castellanos has, pitched sneaky good. Do I trust him here? Probably not. As the Dodgers are still playing to win the division as well. They're 1 game out. Every game matters for them. 9 games left. They got to win every game. Do I think they handle business here against Arizona? More than likely they do. It's looking like somewhat of a bullpen game for the Dodgers as well. Gonsolin, he's getting the start here, but he hasn't pitched, much. He's pitched 5 innings. Really, is the most he pitched since all year. Is really the most he's pitched in a start is 5 innings. Last start, he pitched 2 1/3 in the Great American Small Park. So I expect him to probably pitch 4 or 5 innings here, depending on how he pitches. If he gives up runs, he could get a quick yank and go to the bullpen. So I do expect runs being scored here, probably for both sides. But Mr. Castellanos has been sneaky good. So essentially, this is just a pass for me. Obviously, I want no part of laying whatever minus 230 with the Dodgers. So this is just a pass. And the last game is the Braves versus Padres. So I'm not going to make this an official play on our YouTube video, but I'll just let you know I did give out the Atlanta Braves to our Run Pure Bet subscribers at plus 105 via DraftKings. This was out until they announced the starter for the Padres. Once they announced the starter for the Padres, that line flew, and now it's looking like the Braves are minus 135, minus 130 is the best you can find at BetMGM. So with that said, I'm not going to make that an official play on here because the line value is clearly gone. 35, 40 cents of value out the door. That's why you got to be a Run Pure Bet subscriber. I say it all the time, but to each his own. If you want to sign up, runpurebets.com, use bets25 off to get 25% off your first month and get all my official plays and get all the 16 units I'm up in Worktember. That is also known as September. Obviously, that's only me. Not talking about Jay's up like 10 units this month. Tyler's up like 10 units this month. The team is killing it. This year we're up like 40 units this year, and this year started in August. Year to date started in August because this is the second year of Run Pure Bet's official track deception, official track, officially being a team. So couldn't take it at 115 due to living in Vegas. Yeah. Do you like Braves minus 1.5 plus 120? Yeah, Jason, that's a good idea. That's a good point. If you're really stuck on really taking the Braves, you take lay the 1.5 and take them at plus money and plus 120. I would not lay the minus 130 for them on the money line. Or you could just try to get it. Well, there's a good live betting spot as well. If the Braves go down 1-0, hit them live. They go down, something to watch out if you're up watching the game. But I got it. I ride the wave, took it at minus 130. All right, Isaac, I'm with you, buddy. Worktember is going to start soon. Worktober. That's right. Worktober is going to start soon. You're right. Worktober is my birthday, which is next Saturday will be my birthday. So Worktober is starting soon. I love it, B-Rad. There you go. So going to Atlanta, San Diego. It's looking like a bullpen game for San Diego. They're starting Rice Kinar, however the fuck you say that name. But this guy, not very good. ZRA is in the 4s, and he's only pitching 1 or 2 innings a start. So meaning he gives up runs almost every start. He pitched in the minors. They tried to, work up his workload, but the most he pitched in the minors was really 3 innings. Since in September, he's pitched 1 inning, 2 inning, 3 innings is really the most. So this is a bullpen game for this, another bullpen game for the San Diego team. Hurting. The starters are hurting. Blake Snell's still on the IL. I don't think he's coming back the rest of this year. And this team, the mojo is gone. We got people yelling at each other on the same team. They're essentially almost out of the playoff hunt. Unfortunately, this team has just stumbled down the stretch, and I see more stumbling coming here. This Atlanta team up by, I want to say, 1 game on the Phillies, maybe 2 games. Let me check that real fast. They are up 2 games. Atlanta's up 2 games on the Phillies with 9 to play. So, and neither team is going to make the wild card. So you got to win the NL East here. So Atlanta's playing with all the marbles in the basket, as you can say. They need to win every single game, and I think they go out there and just smash this bullpen game. And on the other end, Max Fried going for Atlanta. He's pitched really good basically all year. I know he did get hurt, missed a couple starts, but as of late, he hasn't allowed more than 3 runs since July 23rd. So that's over 10 straight starts. He's, had a quality start in every single one. No joke. He's had a quality start in every single one. And he pitched against, has he pitched against the San Diego team this year? This will be his first time against the San Diego team this year, which is a plus for him as well. He has a little VVP, and his numbers are really good, striking him out 26% of the time. So I love this spot. I know the Braves are traveling in, and the Padres are home, but, you got to ride the streaks here. Good mojo for the Braves. They got every game means that much more for them, and I really like the spot at plus money. As I mentioned, gave it out earlier. If you want to take it, I would lay the run and a half, so you get plus money as well. But that won't be on my official. I won't count it here because the line moved too much, and I don't want to. I don't lay more than minus 120, 125. Maybe minus 130 is really my cutoff. I never lay that number because, there's just other ways to bet the game if you like it, other ways to go about it to get plus money or, less juice. So, because at the end of the day, the juice is what kills us. So we're going to defeat the books by getting the best lines and beating the juice. So I appreciate everybody. That's it. My 3 official plays will be Milwaukee Brewers first 5 minus a half via BetMGM minus 105. Toronto Blue Jays first 5 minus a half via BetMGM minus 110. And LA Angels full game money line plus 115. Appreciate everybody in the chat. B-Rad Malibu, Isaac, Jason Cornell, Leroy Flood, Yella Hammer, Sox, Bulls, Bears, my guy Diego, Tyler, my guy Ramos, Steve Ramos, Dave Ramos, the Ramos brothers in the house. Appreciate you all. Thanks again, everybody. I will give out a free play on Sunday for baseball. I'll tweet it out. No show for me Sunday. I will be back probably with Jay tomorrow for the UFC event. I'm not sure if that's going to be behind the paywall or not, but it should be because we give out so many winners in UFC. I also have 2 official plays on the spreadsheet for UFC tomorrow, so make sure you tune into that. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll be back on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel. Myself, Titletown, and I think DC running through the entire UFC card, baby, from a betting and DFS perspective. So make sure to go over to the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel for tomorrow's breakdown. That's 11 a.m. Eastern time. Essentially, I'll give out a play again, as I mentioned, free on Sunday for baseball, and I'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday next week. I am back in Jersey, ready to go. And then playoffs start before you know it. So let's keep this train rolling. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you all again. Good luck on your bets. Gamble responsibly. Joey works out. Peace.